Yo, what is going on, you ridiculously hairy halucha? Before we get into today's video, big shout out to my sponsor, Channel Fireball. If you guys are looking for the top content in the game to learn the game from the best players in the world, check that out over there. And then if you guys need singles, cards as well, go over to channelfireball.com. Link in the description. Use code AzulGG if you want to support me. Today we're playing some games with Cinderace. And now I don't know why, but this deck has been placing pretty well in tournaments. Not a whole ton of people are playing it. Like 1 to 2 people play it per tournament, maybe even less, sometimes 0, of course. But it's been getting some top 8s and top 16s recently. I just want to know why. I haven't played with this deck in a long time. I played with Cinderace VMAX maybe when it like first came out. And it has the counter attack for a fire and a colorless, 30 plus. If you were damaged last turn, you do as much damage as they did to you plus the 30. And then max Pyro Ball 170. And they're burned for fire, colorless. 320 HP. The best card, I feel like the V is super good actually though, because it's got that ability Field Runner. If there's a stadium in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost, which is just a great ability to have on a basic Pokemon. And then the Crimson Legs is not that big, but the ability is super good. That's what I want to say. The ability is super good. And then yeah, Crimson Legs, fire, colorless, 140, kind of whatever. 2 Crobat, 2 Dedenne for draw support. Now this is Cabahab's list, and I believe they got top 8 at a tournament recently. 1 Reshiram in here and 1 Cramorant for some alternate attackers. And then something that actually combos really well with the counter attack specifically is Mallow Lana. There's 2 Mallow Lana in here, so they hit you, you heal the damage, and then you still counter back for the amount of damage they still did to you on that excuse me, big yawn, last turn. There's also an Eldegoss in here to recover support, so that's super good at recovering, specifically like the Mallow Lana, but then Boss, and if you need Welder as well, why not, right? There's a Phione in here, as well as some like additional, it's not a gust effect, but it can work similarly in certain scenarios. 4 Crushing Hammer, of course. Gotta be packing the Crushing Hammer. 2 Great Ball, 2 Calm, and 4 Quick Ball for the Pokemon search. 4 Pokégears to help us aggressively find those Welders. And then we got 2 Reset Stamp, 4 Switch, 4 Hearth, 2 Boss, 2 Mallow Lana, 4 Welder, like I mentioned, and then 11 Fire Energy. No Fire Crystal, which seems fine because this guy doesn't really need a ton of Fire Energy. You don't really discard them or anything. And then the only times you would need more Fire Energy is for something like the Reshiram with the double Blaze up against ADP, or to like Welder to a Cramorant to spit shot to close out the game. And that's it. That's the list. Let's get into some games. All right, so this is my first time playing any games with the Cinderace VMAX deck, so I have no idea what to expect. So we're going in blind here together. I assume we want to go second though, because we are a Welder deck still. So that sounds best to me. We'll see what actually happens. I can use like the Crimson Legs turn 1, which isn't terrible. And then if they do KO us, and there's not really that many things that can actually even KO us. So yeah, going second just kind of feels really good. A lot of decks want to go second right now. So yeah, this feels really good. And yeah, Station Star for my opponent feels really good. It feels really good. That's a good thing for us. We'll see what they're playing here. They could be playing the Luke Metal, could be playing the ADP. Looks like it is that Luke Metal, as there is the Zamazenta. Still could be ADP, but it's probably not. So we're in a really good start, really good spot already off the rip here. We're gonna start with Pokégear. Does not find Welder. That's why we did Pokégear before Hearth. We get Hearth. Now what do I want to do though? I want to thin this out of the deck, leave it in the deck. I think I want to leave it in the deck. Attach, throw this down, and then we're gonna go ahead and Dedenne change. I could Reset Stamp. They do have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. They didn't attach for turn, but they have +3. Probably have a draw support. I'm gonna go ahead and Reset Stamp. Use that now. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then yeah, Dedenne change. Hopefully find a Welder. A lot of energy and a Welder. Cool. Yeah, go ahead, Welder first. No need to use the Hearth yet, and probably won't use the Hearth. Yeah, I'm not using the Hearth. And then yeah, Crimson Legs turn 1. Pretty good, man. That seems good to me. Then they probably won't have a knockout. They can knock me out. They can go Brave Blade, but they probably won't get it. They would need a lot, and it's not something like Luke Metal usually doesn't kind of hit that kind of stuff. And next turn we could actually even return the knockout even if they do hit that kind of stuff this turn. But they actually sent up their Zation, so now it's even less likely that they pull off that play. Now one thing they could pull off that wouldn't be too ridiculous would be the Luke Metal GX attack and take all my energy away, but we could just respond to that with a max Pyro Ball or something. Oh, there's a Crobat though, so now I'm starting to think this is actually ADP. And they also did whiff an energy on the yeah, here comes an Air Balloon as well, so I'm starting to think this is ADP. And there's a Rangaroo as well. So, yes, I'm starting to think it's ADP. There's a Pokecom though, so now I have no idea again. There's a Luke Metal. So it is Luke Metal with stuff. I guess that's the best way to explain it. Luke Metal with stuff. Usually Luke Metal doesn't play this kind of stuff, but looks like my opponent is rocking it today. Yeah, so Luke Metal with stuff is best way to put it. If they hit a Coding Energy, if they even play Coding, who knows? Maybe they don't even play Coding Energy. They might not. If they do hit a Coding Energy though, won't be able to get the knockout on our turn, but that's fine. We just go for the 2-hit KO. Hopefully get off a Max Pyro Ball. Yeah, this is a little bit easier to set up. And yeah, they will get off. Ooh, and the Coding Energy. So GX attack, Coding Energy coming in. They've got Rotom Phone in here as well. So this is a pretty decked out Luke Metal deck we got here. So yeah, we can just go for Max Pyro Ball. We should easily be able to get it. Even if these whiff a Welder, we could Quick Ball for Eldegoss, or we have Crobat as well. There's a Reset Stamp. Our hand was set up super well to be able to pull off the return knockout. Still not terrible. Should still be able to get the hit in here. Let's see what our top deck is. That's an Energy. Go ahead, give up the... We'd keep the Reshiram around, actually. I don't know if I really like it, though. I think it does a whole ton for us, but I could bench it. Get rid of the switch. Okay, I kind of like that a little bit more, though. Eldegoss is in here, so we're just going to go ahead and grab a Welder and just use a Welder this turn, because we just want to hit this thing. Because once again, they're probably not going to be able to knock us out. Even with Azation extra, like they have no energy in play on Azation, it's just not gonna happen. Do need a Hearth here. Crushing Hammer isn't it's not great though. Crushing Hammer off their active means they don't attach to Azation though, so that's pretty good. Did hit Tails. Gonna go ahead and Hearth away the I'm gonna get in the Reshiram. Let's get rid of the Reshiram. I'm even just gonna grab one energy here, because it's very possible we just don't see a Welder off this next turn, and then we can't actually Welder and draw cards. So we might need a Quick Ball, get rid of this, depending on what our top deck is as well. And if I don't want to, I don't have anything to attach. I guess I could have like Hearthed away this instead, but I kind of want that to give me a Welder instead. I don't know. That's where I'm at with that, anyways. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And actually, if we VMAX here, they can't even 2-hit KO us. Usually, Luke Metal can go Steel Fist into the other thing for the 2-hit KO. There's our VMAX. A little bit late. And I actually don't even really need to do anything else. I could just go for that Max Pyro Ball knockout. I think I am just going to do that. And it does get KO'd by the Burn Damager. So if they had a Metal Goggles there, they would have survived. I didn't do the math in my head, but in my head, I was like, all right, we definitely just knocked them out. But actually, Crushing Hammer in this matchup is actually insane, because it can get rid of the Coding Energies. I didn't even really think about that at all. I didn't make that connection at all. But yeah, pretty good in this matchup, not gonna lie. All right, there, Zamazenta is set up. This is one of the reasons I didn't want to like Dead Change or Crobat last turn, because then we just kind of use it, and we don't really need anything else this turn. And then if they go Marnie, we just basically wasted that that card. So yeah, Max Pyro Ball, not going to be ridiculously good. We could burn it at the very least, but eventually we'll get into this Cinderace, and this guy will get the knockout for us. So we can just go attach, pass, maybe even use Hearth, so that way if they replace it with a Swell or a Power Plant, we will at least have the energy in hand. Try and keep the switch, so maybe Hearth away the top deck, and just set up for those Crimson Legs, which will one-hit KO the Zamazenta if they don't get a Coding Energy on it, which they could get. They could find that coding, get it on the Zamazenta, especially with these Rotom Phones. Actually, they can dig pretty deep into the deck to find those specific cards that they're looking for on their turn. So it's not impossible for them to find that Coding Energy. We do have the Crushing Hammer though, so we're gonna try and hold on to that. I actually might even try and Crushing away one of these to just try and delay the Assault Tackle. I think that'll probably be best overall. So Crushing Hammer heads here. I'll definitely remove this energy if we get a heads. Top deck to fire. Put that Crushing. Is a heads. I'm gonna go Hearth away the switch actually. I think I really need the switch. Only one fire left in the deck. Definitely want to remember that. Attach, and then Max Spiral Ball. Don't take the damage, but we do still get that burn in there for the 20 at the very least, and they got heads, so they healed it. So we can do 20 more next turn. Welder top deck, we kind of just win the game. Boss will just win the game because we'll be able to KO that Crobat or the Rangaroo. So we're really close. There's that coding though, and I kind of talked. We could have saved the Crushing Hammer for that. But they would have been able to attack this turn, which puts more pressure on us. So I think still just going for the Crushing Hammer there, getting the heads is worth it. We still have 2 Crushing Hammers left, so we can still get rid of this coding. It's not like guaranteed to stick around for forever. Yeah, we can still get rid of it. just it's gonna be there for right now. And we do have a dead hand. This is real. We have a dead hand. We have a lot of outs though. We got some quick balls. Can't use Calm if we top deck that. Great Balls, Welder. Definitely have some outs. 2 Crobat left, a Dedenne left. So we have plenty of outs in there. And we have plenty of time as well. They still have 6 prize cards. They're not getting through my VMAX anytime soon. Just gonna go attach. And I could Hearth this away. I think I want to leave that last energy in the deck. I'm just gonna go Max Pyro Ball again. And I even want to keep a Pokemon in the hand almost. So that way if I top deck the Pokecom, then we have a target for it. Because otherwise we just don't have a target for our Pokecom. And if we top decked it, we just wouldn't be able to Pokecom anything. So I do want to leave the Cinderace around as well for that reason. Leave that in the hand. Yeah, so if we get top deck our second Pokecom, then we have a target for it. There comes a Sonya, so second Zamazenta, maybe. Nope, just getting Metal Energy. They did whiff the attack last turn as well, right? Or did they attach the, I didn't even remember. But here we go. They're finally attacking. They got the Assault Tackle. We can hit them with the Crimson Legs, but that would mean we have to harder treat our Cinderace VMAX, which I don't think I want to do. Because that puts us in an awkward scenario, whereas then if they just go Brave Blade KO my Cinderace V, I don't have a something that can actually knock out the station. So I think we're just gonna go attach pass. And if they hit us with this, they don't even knock us out. There's a quick ball though, so I think we're gonna go attach quick ball, get rid of the Cinderace, grab Crobat here. Because we have just 1 card in hand, and I could even actually Hearth this away. Fail, and then Crobat for 6. And then if we get to Dedenne, we can Dedenne change for 6. And there's the boss we've been looking for. We've been just kind of hanging out, waiting to draw into something to get this last knockout. Boss works just fine. KO the Crobat. And we get a dub here in this first game with the Cinderace VMAX over our opponent's Luke Metal Rotom. They had a lot of shenanigans in there, that's for sure. Okay, into another one. Let's do it again. Let's go second. See how it goes. This is not this is not the kind of start we're looking for at all. I mean, a Welder top deck would be here. Would be pretty good. Jeez, excuse me. They've opened to Dedenne, so we go for like a turn 1 Double Blaze maybe. Looks like they're probably playing ADP. Could go attacking with Cinderace as well. I don't even know what we want to do here, to be honest. Yeah, we'll see. We have Crushing Hammers in this deck as well, which is really good in this matchup. There is a Big Charm, so that's gonna be annoying. I'm gonna start with the Crushing Hammer, bit of Tails, and then I guess Dedenne change and see what we draw into, because that's basically our only option here. We could get Phione and like force this up and hit it. That would be pretty good. But this hand is not very good. Both Great Ball. Got the Cinderace V, but not much else. I guess we're just gonna go attach and pass. I could throw out this in case they play a Marnie. I don't want to boss that. I could Mallow Lana into my Cinderace V. I guess that makes sense here. So I don't have to find a switch next turn. And then yeah, go ahead and pass over to my opponent. And I guess we can just go ahead and punch the ADP on the next turn, but I think that's going to be a little bit too slow overall in this matchup. I mean, I guess they could maybe whiff the turn 2 GX attack, but that's probably not going to happen. They'll probably hit it here, and they have a great catcher as well to try and stall my Dedenne. And then they got rid of a research, so I assume that means, yeah, they have a research here. So we're not in a great spot here at all. And here comes that GX attack. From the ADP. They get Ization down as well, excuse me. Yeah, so we basically have to hit ADP, but that's not happening. I don't think we're winning this one. So we can go. I'm gonna have to weigh this money. Get to fire. We do have some slight hope still. We could trap their Ization in the active here. Next turn, top deck switch. Get the Crimson Legs KO, and then get a VMAX from there or something. So if this gets stuck for a turn, we do have some hope, I guess. They are down 2 switch, but if they KO our Dedenne, I think we're gonna go ahead and hit that concede button. Unless our top deck is really, really good, like really, really, really good. But it'd have to be really, 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 really good. We'll see here. Here comes a Cherish Ball. Another Dedenne from them. So Dedenne change coming down once again. We're really hoping that they whiff the switch card here. Air Balloon switch. They are down 2 switch, so there is some hope. And they're setting up to go super deep here. Crobat coming in to draw 4 first, and then they have the Dedenne in the hand as well. To draw potentially another 6 cards and draw supporter, but there's the switch. So here comes the ultimate ray. So we have to top deck this turn. And even if we do, I don't really see much hope in winning this one at all. Yeah, I think this one is pretty much wrapped up. I don't see a line of play that we could ever take here to beat the ADP here. So I think I'm like really tempted to just go ahead and hit the concede button here. I think we're cooked. Yeah, rough start and no follow up onto this turn. It looks like we'll see what our top deck is, but I can't come up with a game plan that ever actually leads to us winning this game. Goodbye to Dedenne. We will send up the Cinderace V. Yeah, like I said, I don't see a route that ever ends with us winning. We could go KO this Zacian next turn. That's something. And if they whiff the boss on the Crobat, they can hit into our Cinderace. Then we could go like... See, I don't even know where we go from there. I'm like stuck. I'm stuck at that point. Like I don't even... Okay. Pokégear. All right, we get a Welder. Welder here. Maybe attached boss was even better though. Stamp and then Dedenne-GX. Try and get the VMAX. Hit this. Excuse me. Definitely need a VMAX here because otherwise we do get knocked out by the Brave Blade. So we need a VMAX here. Okay, we've got the VMAX. Got a Crushing Hammer. If we get a heads here, we could remove the water. Nope. Just max Pyro Ball. We need like another Cinderace V there, I think, as well, because otherwise now they just go Ultimate Ray, set this thing up. I guess we could top deck Quick Ball or Calm or Great Ball, get into the Reshizard. Reshizard double blaze KO this, and then Flare Strike KO the Zacian on the following turn. Crushing Hammer there could have been the game saver though, because we could have got rid of the water, which means not only could they not Ultimate Ray, but they also can't retreat. So if their hand is just dead, they might just have to pass or Intrepid Sword for the turn, and then we get the KO and then kind of go from there. Did not pull that off. So now our out is definitely that Reshizard. We need the Reshizard. We need the double blaze out to get the KO on the ADP. Ooh, they do play Vitality Band, but if they attack with, I don't think they're going to attack with Zacian here though. We'll see what the Skyla grabs them. Yeah, we could go double blaze KO the ADP. Then Zacian is next. We need the Reshizard though. Has to be the Reshizard. They have boss in hand now, so we have to hit our second Reset Stamp. Oh, we are out of Reset Stamp. So I think they just win. If they don't, if they retreat this turn, we have a chance. But otherwise, they just have boss in hand. Let's see what they do and see what we top deck. I guess if they hard retreat for whatever reason here. Now it is just an Ultimate Ray and they have a boss in hand. If we had second Reset Stamp in the deck, we could pull off a Reset Stamp knockout play. But this all has to happen with us top decking like an out to Reshizard. But then they have this Vitality Band as well. So I think there's like never a win con here. I'm gonna see what my top deck is. Crushing Hammer, we know they have a boss. We could stall for time if we get a heads here. That's the tail. So I think this one is over. Okay, if we got heads there, we could have got removed the water, Weldered here, waited a turn. And then I don't, yeah, probably not though. All right, it didn't work out this time. no dub this time. We'll see how the next one goes. Okay, we got the Reshizard start here in this one, and we are going second. Oh, okay, so we're up against ADP. All right, Mawile comes down. We ain't got nothing in the hand, and our hand is pretty clean as well. Attach. We'll probably have to Dedenne-GX. What's it called? Top deck would be great. Oh, they play Berserker. So Berserker means they actually can one-hit KO our Reshizard with Zacian after they GX attack, which is kind of annoying. And we don't know if they play Crushing Hammers or not, and they always could be. So we should just double blaze this and then Flare Strike it next turn. Crushing Hammer first. Hopefully get a heads. Nice. Get rid of the water. Okay, attach energy. Giant Hearth. Quick Ball. And a Dedenne-GX, I guess. Looking for what's it called? Welder. No such luck. Great Ball. Grab that. And I think I'm actually just gonna Quick Ball away this Great Ball and grab a Cinderace, and I'm gonna switch into that. And it does have free retreat because we do have a Stadium in play, and that's what its ability does do. Crobat for 4 got the Welder, thank goodness. Over to the Reshizard. Get to. Don't really want to. Actually, I do want to crush it. I was like, I'm not sure if I really want to Crushing Hammer that. I do want to Crushing Hammer it. It is a Tails. That is fine. I will maybe just thin this Cinderace out of the deck right now. Not going to grab any energy, but just don't want it in there. So if they Marnius next turn, it's just no longer in the deck. Okay, so now when they GX attack, we do get the KO with the Flare Strike. And the reason I could have sat here and tried to go double blaze for 300 on the next turn. The problem with that does become, though, if they do play Crushing Hammer and hit a heads, we can't double blaze next turn for 300. And then we just want to be able to KO this ADP. They're now looking to set up a new ADP, which works out pretty well for my opponent, though. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. I can't. Oh no, they just discarded it. Actually, I thought they were just gonna try and set up a fresh ADP. That's what I would have try to do. It's not the easiest thing to do because they would need a switch card as well. So they would need like water to new ADP, E-switch off, switch. I need quite a bit. And research. Okay, we'll see if they even find the there's an E-switch. Did they get the water though is the question now. Did they find that as well? If they did, they do get the knockout. Here's a catcher to try and stall. It is a heads. Okay, my Crobat is trapped in the active now, so we do need to hit a switch card. We could hard retreat it as well. That wouldn't hurt. We'll probably just go with the hard retreat. Well, they actually haven't found the water yet. Here comes that change, and let's see if they get it. If they don't get it, we're in a great spot. Even if they get it, we're not in a terrible spot. Just it would be better if they better if they didn't get it than if they got it. So, and it looks like they whipped. So that's great for us. Now we can start with calm away this, grab ourselves VMAX, and I do have that Eldegoss in the deck to kind of guarantee being able to move this turn, so I could do that. I only have 3 switch left, so we could just go Goss and Goss for Welder, and then we can Welder 1 to the active. Or Welder 1 to the Reshiram, I guess, and then we can hard retreat if we whiff a switch, and we did whiff. So attach, retreat. And I'll even Hearth away a Hearth here to try and increase our top deck odds here. And look at the Flare Strike for the knockout, which gives us 3 prize cards to work with as well. And we did prize the Dedenne here, so we can get this Dedenne off the prize cards. We do still have a target that they can trap, though, actually, which is the Cinderace. But we got the Pokégear here, so now we could actually get a Welder to make it attack on the next turn. They haven't GX'd. Oh, they did GX attack, but they didn't GX attack for the full effect. Okay, they did GX attack, so they can KO my Reshiram here. And there's a Marnie, and we actually lose the Hearth as well from the Swell. So they get the KO here, and then we can actually just, well, I mean, we don't have any energy is kind of the problem here. We need a top deck and energy here. We have Crobat though, so we should be able to Crobat into an energy, hopefully, and then we get that knockout with the Pyro, the Max Pyro Ball. So yeah, we're gonna play the Crushing Hammer just to thin it out of the hand, even though if we KO this, they lose all the energy anyway. We need to draw that extra card because our chances, unless we top deck a fire here, we don't. So play the Crushing. Oh, heads. I was gonna say tails. I thought it was tails. I don't know why I thought it was tails. Crobat for 3. Hopefully get an energy. No energy. All right. So, awkward. What do we do? That's the question. What do we do? Go to Phione. I don't think Phione's very good. Grab Cramorant. Thin out the deck. We only have a few energy left in the deck though, to be honest. So we had like 2 energy in our hand, I think, before they Marnie us. Maybe all of it. We didn't have a chance to shuffle our deck before the what's it called, but we can't attack this turn, that's for sure. And now we just drew triple Pokégear. We really need to draw into an energy here. I'm just gonna like thin out aggressive. I think I'll hold the last one. I don't want to top deck Welder. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it. If they Marnie us, all right, this is bad. This is real bad. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch into Dedenne here, and then just go ahead and this is terrible. I think we're just gonna lose. Like we don't really have anything. If they just have switch knockout and then switch gust knockout, the game is over. Here comes a gust. They're bringing back up, but if they bring up my Cinderace, then we can top deck an energy, and then we can actually counter. That catcher kind of makes no sense for my opponent. They probably should have taken the knockout on the Dedenne, but I guess this means that they do have 3 metal saucers left, so they could just go hit and then KOization. But this does give us like an out to actually attack this turn, whereas before we kind of did it and they Marnied us. That's perfect. Because now we can actually, well, it gets us closer to an energy, which we just don't have. So we're going to need 4 cards deeper. There's that energy. They are starting to set up this next. Oh, they can actually go in with the Mawile here. Oh, they didn't have the switch either. They need the switch as well. There's the switch back. Brave Blade. Both Mallow Lanas, unfortunately, are on the bottom of the deck now. Now, we could, if we top deck a way to shuffle the deck, we don't have a way to move back into the active. I think we just lose. I don't see a way to win. There's a Welder. I could counter and hope they don't have energy, I guess. I don't see a better route, really, right now, so counter. Please don't have an energy for your Mawile to KO my Cinderace VMAX. Yeah, even if we had the Mallow Lana, we'd Mallow Lana to the bench, and we couldn't get back to the active, which would still be like a big problem for us. So there's an energy surge. hits them the water, and they get the knockout. All right, we go down here again to an ADP. The deck's kind of cool. It's interesting. Yeah, it's you kind of just hit, and then if your opponent can't answer you, I mean, you're pretty fast as far as like being able to hit for the numbers you hit for. I think like the obvious drawback of this deck is you can't build up to those big one-hit KOs, or you don't have like super disruptive plays, or big one-hit KOs are able to take multiple knockouts, or favorable prize trade through less price. So it's kind of like the most fair deck in the format maybe ever is this Cinderace VMAX deck. It's just super fair, which isn't the best thing to be right now, but it's fun and it's pretty consistent overall. I mean, I know we had a little bit of awkward draws towards the end there, and I definitely probably didn't play it optimally. There's probably a little bit more, but this is my first couple games playing with the deck, so give me a little bit of what's it called there. But it's cool. It's cool. Try out the Cinderace VMAX, see what you think. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow.